Hi, everybody. I changed up my surroundings a little bit today for the sake of good lighting and also for the sake of me not being so close to the camera and me not being so close to my microphone that I'm yelling at you guys because I get excited. I'm an excited gal. I am all done up today because I will be recording some Crochet Boss Academy videos after this. I wanted to do them all in the same day. So I have makeup for you and makeup for my videos. And I only have to put makeup on once. Smarter, not harder, right? And I wanted to do them today because after I chat with you guys here live, my energy goes through the roof because I'm an extrovert and being around people, even virtually, fills up my energy tank and gets me ready for success after that. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for tuning in live. Hello to everyone watching the replay. I see you hustling. You're doing great things. Thank you. Also, let's go ahead and just have a little disclaimer. I have a new puppy. Come here, Tilly. Come here, Tilly. This is Tilly. Our newest puppy. She's a miniature golden doodle. She should be about 30 pounds, which will make her bigger than Theo and Tanner. And she's very good. She doesn't have a dirty face, but she's got dirty eyes right there. That means washed off. But this brown on her face is just coloring. She's not dirty. And I love it because then she's got a little stripe of Theo, but she looks mostly like Tanner. I love her so much. She's a good baby. But she will be in this room with me because I have to keep her locked in here so she don't potty all throughout the house, huh? So she will be in here. So if you hear crazy things, that's just Tilly being Tilly, chewing on mommy's arm. Hey, that hurts. Hey, that hurts. You got sharp little teeth. Also, Theo and Tanner are here. They both tried to avoid Tilly like the plague, so Theo might jump up in my chair. Also, I just shared my pajama bottoms. Business up front, party down below. Okay, that's what we got going on here. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of... She's definitely going to be making some noise, and I'm sorry. Gabe usually works from home on Thursdays, and he's not here today. He's had to go in, so it is just me. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the questions. There are so many questions already, and I'm so thankful for them. And I already mentioned in my Instagram stories that we might be hanging out a little bit later today, just for the sake of I want to make sure I get all of your masterclass questions answered. So if you have any masterclass questions, now is a great time to ask me so you can prepare for the masterclasses next week. Okay, first question is from Hillary, and she says, hey, Ashley, is the masterclass able to be replayed? Hillary, thank you so much for asking that question because I have been getting that question pretty regularly on social media since sharing about the masterclass, and I wanted to make this wide information for everyone. So thank you for giving me the opportunity by asking that question. If you register for one of the 3 times, you will have access to the replay. The replay will not be public. The live will not be public. You have to register in order to join the live or to watch the replay. And if you register, I will be sending out the replay. So the masterclass, like say you join the 27th, the one on the 27th, the replay email will go out to on the 28th. So you will have access to that if you missed the live, and that's totally fine. But you have to register for one of the times in order to get the replay. I suggest registering for one of the times on the 27th instead of the March 2nd one, for the sake of time. You'll have more time to watch the replay if it's from the 27th. So if you're planning on watching the replay, register for one of the 27th times, and then you'll be good to go. Thank you, Hillary. You are an absolute joy. I hope that was helpful. Next question is from Hillary again. She's coming in. Oh, just kidding. She's coming in hot, helping me. I did not ask her to do this, you guys. She's just helping a sister out, and I appreciate you, Hillary. Can I join the masterclass late? You can. So if you, I tried my best to choose 3 times that would be helpful for different time zones. Unfortunately, I can't do them for every single time zone. I just tried to do some of the ones that I know a lot of my people live in. But if you are, if one of them is weird, so like the 9:30 a.m. one is 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you join at 7 a.m., you're not going to be missing too much. Again, you can watch the replay. But if you're about 20 minutes late, you'll probably not miss anything super duper important. You'll just miss the introduction type stuff. All the important bits is in the middle and at the end. Those are the important bits. So if you miss a little bit at the beginning, you will be fine. Thank you, Hillary, for asking. She's got 2 more, and I'm so excited to answer them. Thank you, Hillary. Next one, she said, how long will the masterclass be? I'm so glad you asked. I practiced last night for the first time. I'm going to practice again probably every night through till the 27th. Last night we're going to shoot for 2 hours, okay? That's what I'm telling everyone. That's what I'm putting in the emails. Try to give yourself a nice chunk of 2 hours for this class. It is very detailed. There's a lot of information that I'm trying to squeeze into this 2-hour class so you can get the most out of your time, because I know time is the entrepreneur's most important asset, right? We only have so much time in the day to get our things done. And so I don't want to waste any of your time by giving you information that's not helpful. So I've put everything that I think is the most important thing to help you get yourself on the right path to starting a crochet business in this masterclass. We're going to shoot for 2 hours. Okay, that's the worst case scenario. But last night when I practiced, it was 1 hour and 37 minutes. So not bad for my first run. Hopefully I will get a little bit faster without like messing up on my words and stuff. So thank you, Hillary, for asking. I hope that answered your question. And then we have Hillary one more time, and she says, what do I need to have to be prepared for the masterclass? You are the real VIP, Hillary. I appreciate you more than you know. You will need your master packet, which is in your confirmation email. Once you sign up to join one of the master classes, you will get an immediate confirmation email. And your master packet is in that email, and you can go ahead and download it. You can either have it available via digitally, like on an iPad, or have it printed out. An iPhone would probably be too tiny. So if you have access to have it printed, that would probably be better. If you want to do digitally, some sort of tablet situation would probably be better. If you don't have a printer, maybe go to your library. I'm pretty sure you can print things for free at a library. And it doesn't have to be in color either. You'd be fine with it in black and white. But you do have the master packet, and you will need that to help you go through the master class with us. That way, everything that I talk about is very tangible in your master packet. Also, there's a couple slides that are very wordy, and that is not encouraged when you are creating a presentation, okay? I don't know if you've ever created like a PowerPoint presentation for your day jobs or anything like that, but experts say do not make your slides wordy. And I think I've got it set up to where it's not going to be overwhelming. It's going to be very intentional and very easily digestible, but it is a lot of words at one point. So I've made some pre-notes for you in the master packet. So you just fill in the blanks instead of trying to write down every single word. And then there's another slide that's it has a graph situation, and it's pretty big with a lot of words. And I went ahead and gave you that slide in your master packet as well, so you're not trying to write it all down, because that would be exhausting. Your little hands would probably burn off, and you won't be able to pay attention because you'll be trying to like write it down so you can look at it later. So that is also in the master packet. Thank you, Hillary, for your questions. Can we stop? Can we stop, please? That's loud. Stop it, or I'm gonna set you out, and you're gonna be whining. Okay. Thank you. And then we have a question from Cheryl, and she says, good morning, Ashley. When starting a blog, where is the best place to start as far as getting registered, hosting, and publishing? Is there a one-stop shop or app? Very good question, Cheryl. So you're going to need hosting, a domain, and your blog, the thing you build your blog on. Theo, I need you to be a big boy and stop playing with her. Stop it. I need you to listen. If you don't listen, I'm going to set you out. That's too loud. They're not listening. They're going to keep doing that. You need those 3 things. You can get hosting and domain from the same place. And let me tell you, up until about 3 weeks ago, I would have bet the farm on getting your hosting through Bluehost. That's who I got my hosting from when I first started my blog in 2016 or 2017. It was through Bluehost, and I was blown away by their customer service. And that is why I always recommended them, because they were so helpful to me. But I reached out to their customer service recently because I was wanting to transfer my domain, which is something totally different. And it was horrible. It was horrible customer service. Not that they were hateful or nothing like that. It was very hard to communicate with them. It was not easy to communicate. Just one second. Tanner, out. Come on. No, you said, Tanner, out. Come on. Go on. You go out. Good boy. No, Tilly. Okay. So I don't recommend Bluehost anymore. I use a company called Big Scoots, but it is very expensive. And if you are just now starting out, you're not going to need that. So Bluehost is going to be good price-wise if you're just starting out. But just know that you cannot rely on the customer service, and you will have to, Tilly, you will have to do your own research when you have issues. But the good news is Bluehost is widely popular. So a lot of people use Bluehost, so you can probably find answers to your questions on YouTube or in other people's blogs. So that is something that is a benefit. Then you're going to need a domain. You can get your domain through Bluehost, or you can get your domain through another different area. Up until 2 weeks ago, I would have suggested get your domain through GoDaddy, but now I would suggest to never use GoDaddy ever. I have used GoDaddy since, I think, 2012, because in 2012 is when I started my business Facebook page for the first time, and I bought a craftyconcept.com and had it forwarded to the Facebook page. So I've been using GoDaddy since 2012. I pay like 5 years in advance because that's an option, Tilly, and recently I reached out to them. Their customer service is so unbelievably bad, and their tech support, I know more about GoDaddy than their tech support knows about GoDaddy, and they're not able to help me. And communicating with them is very difficult. It stresses me out to the point where I'm gonna like explode. So 2 out of 10 on GoDaddy and 4 out of 10 on Bluehost. You can probably find URLs at other places. GoDaddy is very cheap. You can get a URL for a year for just $1 if you're brand new. So it's very cheap. But just know, if you have to do anything techie, they're not going to be very helpful. So keep that in mind. I didn't try to research it. I guess I could have done that. I was following the instructions and it wasn't working. So I was reached out to support and they weren't able to help me. And then I came up with the solution and they were like blown away. And I was like, are you serious? I know more than the GoDaddy tech support people knows. And that should not be the case. So 2 out of 10 GoDaddy, 4 out of 10 Bluehost, 10 out of 10 WordPress. You will want a WordPress blog. I highly recommend it. That is the most common that I've seen on the internet is a WordPress blog. And there are a ton of video tutorials to help you with your WordPress blog. I have reached out to WordPress support, but very few times have I ever had to do that. Most of the time it's a Bluehost problem if I need support, or a GoDaddy problem. So highly recommend WordPress. Haven't had a single issue with WordPress. It's very user-friendly. There's lots of plugins that you can get if you need them. Highly recommend it, 10 out of 10. So those are the 3 things you're going to need, Cheryl. There's a lot that goes into starting a blog. It's a huge learning curve. I don't have any specific resources that I've created to help you start a blog. That might be something that I do in the future, because I think a blog could go alongside with a crochet business as well. Even finished piece sellers, if that was part of their business model, if they wanted to add that to their business, they absolutely could, and it could be successful. So I might create some blog content in the future, but currently I do not have any available for you. But I think Taylor of Taylor Lynn Crochet has a blogging 101 course, and it might actually be free. So Sierra will pop that link in for you guys in the comments, and she will be commenting down there if I said something wrong. It might be her course. It might be Taylor's course. It might not even be available anymore, but Sierra will know, and she will put it in the comments for you guys if you want to check that out. Thank you, Cheryl, for your question. The next one comes from Carly, and she says, tips on staying consistent on social media when feeling uninspired. I have ideas and pictures to post, but then feel blank when writing captions. Carly, that is a wonderful question. We learned this in detail inside of Crochet Boss Academy. Module 5 inside of Crochet Boss Academy is all about showing up on social media. We talk about consistency, and we talk about writing captions like an absolute boss that will get you engagement and hopefully lead to more sales. So what you want to do, Carly, is you want to switch up the types of posts that you're making. You want to have some pillars that you can pull from regularly. So get yourself a handful of things that you can talk about on a regular basis that your ideal customer will be interested in hearing about. So if you sell baby girl things and your ideal customer is a girl mom, how can you talk about girl mom life without saying, go buy my thing, go buy my thing? So one example could be, maybe you're talking about how you decorated your daughter's room and you have a Gracie doll sitting on a shelf and you say, look at my shelfie. I just love how it turns out. And you don't say, look, go buy my Gracie doll, but you have it there. Subconsciously, they're going to see it, or actually consciously they're going to see it. And then subconsciously they're going to think, how do I get one of those? And so then they're going to comment and say, oh my gosh, I love that doll. Where did you get that? And you'd be like, actually, I sell them. They're available in my Etsy shop. You can go to that through the link in my bio. That's what you want to do. You want to have a pool POOL, of pillars that you can create your captions from. And inside of Crochet Boss Academy, I tell you how to come up with your pillars, specific pillars that a lot of businesses have, no matter what business that you're in. And I give you a step-by-step formula with like things that you can plug and play, right, to create your Instagram captions. And then I also tell you exactly how to plan and execute your Instagram strategy. So I show you how to create an entire month's worth of social media posts in the exact system that the team and I use here to create my social media posts that I've been using for years, like probably 3 or 4 now. At this point, I share all of that inside of Crochet Boss Academy. So if that is something that tickles your fancy, you might want to check that out next week when the doors open. Thank you, Carly, for your question. I hope that was helpful. Next up, we have Heather, and she says, is it a good idea to post TikToks on Instagram? It is the best idea, Heather. You want to repurpose every single piece of content you make 3 to 10 times. You want to repurpose it everywhere. If you see one of my reels on Instagram, you're going to also see it on TikTok. Maybe. I struggle with the TikTok, okay? I'm working on the TikTok. But you're definitely going to see it on Facebook, and you're definitely going to see it on YouTube Shorts. You might even see it on Pinterest idea pins. Okay, I'm going to use the same content multiple places, and I'm going to use that exact same content again on all the platforms. So if you follow me on Instagram, you saw a couple days ago, I posted the video with the music from Aristocats that dun, 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 dun. I posted that video again. I posted it a couple weeks ago, and I said on my way to my craft room because I'm tired of adulting. And then this time I said on my way to go build a masterclass so I can serve my people. It's the same video, same sound. I just put different words on the screen and I changed the caption. You can do that. You can use the same video, different caption. You can use the same caption, different videos. You can mix it up. You can use some of the videos that are like trendy right now. There's one where it's like, it says some songs and it's like 1, 2, 3, and you can put the 3 things on the screen. Maybe you're teaching your people 3 different things, and then you save it before you put the words on there, and then you can use it again with 3 different things next time. You want to repurpose every single piece of content you create. That is going to make you work smarter, not harder. That is also something we talk about inside of Crochet Boss Academy. Very good question, Heather. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking questions. Next, we have Classy Crafty Wife, and she says, I have been planning to go LLC, but when I asked my tax guy if I could, he said I don't have to unless I do more than 10K a year. I'm not at that level yet with my business though. Okay, Classy. Yeah, you just do what's best for your business and listen to your tax guy because he is going to know more than anybody else. I became an LLC in December of 2021. So right at almost smack at the beginning of 2022. So barely over a year have I been an LLC. I was a sole prop from 2016 on. Tilly. Okay. Next question we have from Amanda, and she says, I've been thinking about teaching how to crochet class. What do you think would be the best way to start the first class? Amanda, are you talking in person or digitally? Because the answers are going to be different if you're talking in person versus digitally. I don't know if you're hanging out. Mina, I'm not sure what your question is either. Let me see. I'm trying to see if Amanda is still here. Amanda, it depends on if you want to do it in person or digitally. If you want to do it digitally, I would do it on YouTube. I really like being on YouTube. I think YouTube is slowly becoming my platform of choice compared to all of the other platforms. If you're doing it in person, you're going to have to get the word out to your community to let people know that you are doing a crochet class. You're going to have to put like a flyer up or get on Facebook groups that will have your ideal customer in there. So crafty groups, knitting crochet groups, people who like to just do things in town, like a tourism type group. You want to get the word out. Hi, I'm Amanda, in person. Okay, so you're going to want to get the word out, Amanda, to do it in person. You're going to need to make sure that you have all the equipment that you need. Are you wanting to do like a projector situation where they can see your hands? Or are you wanting to just like walk around and show people? Or are you wanting to like have people come behind you and show them? Are they supposed to be people who have never picked up a crochet hook before? Or are they supposed to be people that know how to crochet and you're just doing a pattern together? You're going to want to think all of these things out before you start promoting your class. I have never taught an in-person crochet class before. Tilly, stop it. Tilly. I have been asked to before, but I do not teach newbie crocheters. I teach beginner crocheters that already have an idea of how to crochet. I do not teach people who have never picked up a hook before because I'm not good at teaching that. Also, I hold my yarn very weird and I yarn under instead of yarn over. So I'm probably not the best person to learn from the ground up from, but if you've already got a basic concept of how to hold your hook and how to pull from your yarn, you're golden. So I've never done this before, so I'm not the very best person to ask, but I would definitely make sure you get all of your ducks in a row before you even start talking about it, and figure out what you're going to charge. If you're going to charge anything, figure out if you need to have kits available or if they need to bring their own stuff. You're going to want to figure all of these things out before you start promoting, and definitely before you actually go to your class. I hope that at least got your juices pumping, Amanda, to help you think of what you can be doing. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for being here. Okay, next we have this one. I've been asked to teach crochet, so how to start a class tips would be awesome. I go to Michael's to get info, but no one knew since they stopped doing them. Yeah, they used to have classes at Michael's. That would have been nice. I would speak to other crocheters in your community. If you're inside the Ashley Tay Crochet Facebook group, you could say, hey, is there anybody in here from Berea, Kentucky, or near the Madison County area in Kentucky? I'm thinking about doing a crochet class and would love to bounce some ideas off of you. That's something that you could absolutely do as well. I would definitely look into your town's tourism, library, local coffee shops, or like we have a bagel place here in town that I think people would be very interested in doing. And you're also going to want to secure a nice spot that sets the vibe you're going for. Are you going for cozy and community oriented? Or are you going for like professional, clean, sterilized, clean type mood? Because wherever you do your class is going to help set the tone of your class, like the mood and the feel and the experience people are going to have. You want it to be comfortable enough for people to actually come out to spend time with you, but also you want it to be like nice. You don't want it to be junky or dark, right? We need it to be well lit because you're trying to see our yarn. Also make sure if you need any techie things, you have that thought of in advance, like a projector or anything like that. I will tell you that I used to host a sip and stitch in my town at the local bagel shop that I just mentioned, and it was the most beautiful place to have a sip and stitch. They had this long, gorgeous table. It was all very rustic, very like there was exposed brick, there was air plants on the wall. It was just gorgeous, and it was perfect. But I will tell you, crocheters in general are introverts, and in general, introverts do not like to leave their home. They do not like to be around other people. So getting them to come out is a skill. It's an art form, okay? So you need to entice them. You need to make it worth their while. Not everybody, but a big majority, okay? And then also, like, I would encourage them to, like, do it with a friend, right? That way they feel comfortable and they're not scared of coming to a class alone. So maybe you could make that part of your marketing, is that you can do it with a friend, like a buy one, get one 10% off, or buy two, get 15% off your total, something like that, to encourage them to bring a friend, because then they're going to have an accountability partner and then they're going to be more likely to come. You could also set up a Facebook group for this thing, and you could say, and if you start doing multiple classes, you can tell the Facebook group people when your next class is going to be, and then create a page where they can register through your email list. And then they get on your email list for that specific class, and then you send them all the information that they need. But when they're in the Facebook group, they'll be able to see that other people are doing this and other people are going, and it's fun, and they're going to have FOMO, and they're going to want to go too. So if this is something you wanted to do regularly, I would definitely make a Facebook group ASAP and start getting organized. Think of it as a business and start getting organized now. I hope that was helpful, friends. We have my girl Waynell, and she says, hey, Ashley, I wanted to ask about how to update listings. How often should I do that? Do I need to update the title or just the tags? I struggle with this. Very good question, Waynell. If you have a Etsy listing that is doing well, as in getting consistent sales, or even just a lot of views, even if the sales haven't come in yet, but it's getting decent views, don't touch the title. I'm going to say it again. Do not touch the title. It will mess up your search engine juice. You can touch the tags anytime you want, but do not touch the title. I suggest Wait, now, are you inside Crochet Boss Academy? I think that you are. Let me go back to the chat. I think that you are inside Crochet Boss Academy. Okay. Wait now. Let me know if you're in the comments if you're in crochet. Yes, you are. Okay. Wait now. We are going to want to go back and look at module 5 because we go to module 5 and it's like section 2 or 3 when we talk about tags and keyword search. I give you like 10 different types of tags that you can use in your listings. And one of those types is seasonal tags. So like Easter is coming up. So if you sell something that would be a great Easter basket filler, you could put the tag Easter basket filler or a little girl's Easter gift or whatever in your tags for that post for a season, right? And then after Easter, you'll go in and change them for the next season's tags. The tags, not the title. Now, if your post is not doing well, if it's been on Insta or on Etsy for a while, it's not getting any sales, it's not getting any views, then you can change everything. Change the title, change the description, change the pictures, mix it up. I would definitely change the picture if it's not getting any views. If it's not getting any views, I would change the picture because you're not stopping their scroll with your thumbnail photo. So choose a different thumbnail photo. Also, right now, go to the Etsy, I think it's module 3, where it might be module 4. The 7 types of photos every Etsy listing should need is going to help you update your photo game. So go check out that module, that's still in module 5 inside of Crochet Boss Academy, because that's going to help you too if you're struggling in the area of photos. But switch up which one you have as the thumbnail, because maybe the one that you're using is not eye-catching enough and it's not stopping their scroll. You can mix up the titles. Do your keyword research right now. That's going to be key. Keyword research is key. All of that's inside of module 5. So go get a refresher. I've recently updated module 5 in preparation for the class of 2023. So you need to go through it again anyway, because it's just better now. Everything has been improved. So go spend some time, put it in your planner, write it in your planner, like right now, a time that you can go work on that, and tell yourself, make a promise to yourself that I'm going to go work on this at this time. 8 o'clock is when I put the kids to bed. 8:30, I'm working on my Etsy shop keywords. I'm just going to go through module 5. That's what you want to do. Write down, go through module 5 again, and then you'll be able to hold yourself accountable and stick to that. Thank you for being here, Way Now. I appreciate you. Let's see. Okay. What website platform do you use? I use WordPress, if that's what you're asking, from like my blog. I use WordPress to build a craftyconcept.com. Highly recommend it. 10 out of 10 recommend WordPress. Thank you for your question, Debbie. Then we have, let's see, Evie, and she says, can I switch the time I chose? Can I switch the time I chose for the masterclass? You cannot do it on your own, Evie. You'll have to email me and let me switch it for you. So send me an email from the email account that you registered in to Ashley at A Crafty Concept from the email that you signed up with, and I will switch it for you, but you won't be able to do it on your own. And you don't want to register again for multiple times, or you will get 6,000 emails and then you will hate me. But it's not my fault, because I wasn't planning on sending you all those emails. So if you sign up for multiple master classes, you are going to get overloaded with emails, my guy. So let me switch it for you. Don't try to do that on your own. Thank you for your question, Evie. I'm sure other people had that question as well, so I appreciate you. Then we have Amy, and she said, do you have any tips or tricks for keeping pet hair out of your physical products? None of my pets shed, Amy. They don't shed. I put that in my Etsy shop. I have a sheddy pet free home. All of these dogs are hyperallergenic. They don't shed. I would have no idea. I don't have sheddy pets ever, very intentionally, because I can't handle it. I can't handle the hair in my eyes and in my mouth and in my throat hole. I can't deal with it. So I am not your girl for that, but you can definitely ask that question in the Ash and Tay Crochet Facebook group, because there are a lot of crocheters who have sheddy pets, specifically cats. Crocheters are introverts and they're cat lovers by majority. So ask that over in the Ash and Tay group, and you will get a lot more valuable help than what I can offer for you. But thank you for your question. Thank you for being here, and thank you for tuning in. Stephanie says, do you have suggestions, recommendations, and strategies for shipping? Yes, I do, Stephanie. I just created, okay. That's coming in the future. Okay. We do talk about shipping inside of Crochet Boss Academy, but I also have a very old blog post that can show you how to ship from home using PayPal. All of the information is still accurate. It's just old, like looks different, sounds different. My skills have gotten a lot better since then, so it's old, but it's there, and it will get you through how to ship from home using PayPal. You can also use pirate ship to ship from home, but this is also one of the very big benefits of being an Etsy seller, because your customers can give you their shipping information when they purchase their item, and then you can print your shipping label through your Etsy shop. The tracking number will automatically be sent to your customer. The information will automatically be saved from where they typed it in. So if it's wrong, it's on them, not on you. And you get a discount to ship through Etsy.com. So they have some sort of situation with USPS where you can ship at a discounted rate. So if you're not on Etsy, I highly recommend being on Etsy and using calculated shipping. You can, on Etsy, you can either set your shipping price or you can use calculated shipping. I recommend calculated shipping all day long. That means they will they will weigh all of the things that like say they bought 3 different things. You put the weight for each thing when you make the listing, and then Etsy will calculate that weight and give them the appropriate shipping total based on all the things that they bought. So highly recommend Etsy, highly recommend calculated shipping. Thank you, Stephanie, for your question, and thank you for being here. Lila says, if I make hats sizes newborn through adult, how do I find my ideal customer? Would it be smart for me to pick a color scheme and style and stick to that? Or should I stick to any age range? Lila, is all you're planning on making is hats? Just hats? You want to be a hat shop? You can. That's fine if that's what you want to be. But I'm just trying to get a little bit of clarification. If you are here in the comments, I will try to see it. But if you want to be a hat shop, you can sell multiple styles of hats from newborn to adult in your hat shop. And your ideal customer can be someone who lives in the cold weather. Your ideal customer could be someone who's sports fanatics, and you sell hats from newborn to adult size for sports fans, but you don't use copyrighted words. Okay? You're very strategic and intentional with your words. You can have maybe your hats are for just the winter months. Maybe your people go snowboarding regularly. You can try to niche it down a little bit more so you can speak to one type of person. You will still engage multiple types of people, okay? If you're selling hats and you're talking to snowboarders and I'm looking for a hat and I come across your content and I don't snowboard, I can still use my brain to understand that I can still buy this hat even though I don't snowboard. I'm not gonna be like, I don't go snowboarding, so I'm not gonna be able to buy this hat. That would be silly. So you're still gonna be able to reach other people, but the point of niching down is gonna give you something to relate to your people with. So if you're selling hats to people who go snowboarding all the time, I would assume that you go snowboarding all the time. And that's part of your life. Maybe you have four boys and you guys go snowboarding every weekend for the winter months, and you can take pictures and you can show different videos and of all of your family going snowboarding wearing their matching beanies. That can be something that would be very easy for you to use to promote your beanies to other people like you. That's what happens when you find your ideal customer and you speak to them directly. It does help to have a color scheme, but where you just have one thing that you sell, one type of thing, you can have multiple styles, but where you just have one type of thing, you can have a little bit more color options. So if you sold 10 things or more, I would tell you to choose a color palette and stick to it, because your ideal customer is going to have a specific style that they like and you want to stick to it. But if you're just selling beanies to snowboarding people, you can branch out a little bit more in the amount of colors that you offer. I would like to suggest staying within a color family like brights or muted or pastel or tropical colors, something like that. I think that would help give you some direction. If you don't limit yourself at all, it's going to make it very difficult for you to run a successful business, because you're always going to be going to Hobby Lobby every other day trying to get more yarn for different random orders that you got. You're always going to be needing to take pictures of every single thing that you make, because you're never going to have enough pictures to show all the sizes and all of the colors, right? So you want to be very, very intentional to make it easier on yourself, because the easier it is for you to run your business, the more successful you'll be, because the more likely you won't quit will be. If it gets really, really hard and really stressful and really overwhelming, the chances of you being like, forget it, I'm done, are much greater. Or you just stick through it and then you're just really stressed all the time and a miserable person. Nobody wants to live like that. So you can make it easier on yourself by limiting the numbers of colors that you offer and limiting the styles that you offer. I hope that was helpful, Lola. Let me check the comments and see. I do hats in fall and winter and stuffies in the summer. Okay, so stuffies are going to not. So it sounds like you might be more of a child brand. So you might sell adults hats, but you're a child brand. So you're speaking to parents or moms specifically. I don't know how many dads are searching the internet for hats for their family. There's probably some, but I don't know any of them personally in my life. My husband is stereotypically relates to more of the things that the wife does in most relationships. Like, for example, he cares very much about how the dishes go in the dishwasher, and he cares very much about how they go in the cabinets when they're done. I couldn't care less. I'd be throwing stuff in there willy-nilly. I'd be putting them on the shelf willy-nilly. Like, I couldn't care less, but he cares very much. Statistically or stereotypically, that's the trait of the woman, and the man is the one that doesn't care very much. So in our home, Gabe, my husband, has a lot of the woman stereotypes, and I have a lot of the man stereotypes, and Gabe is not searching the internet for beanies. I can tell you that. Like, he is a, what's it called? Metrosexual guy, and he is not searching the internet for beanies for our family. He would be like, Ashley, can you get us some beanies for our family? So I would assume that you're probably speaking to moms or maybe grandmas or like aunts that are buying beanies, but I would assume moms would be my guess. And then, so you want everything that you do and everything that you promote to be speaking to parents. So your kids are going to be so cute in these hats. You can match your kids when you wear these hats. You're going to be warm when you're with your kid at the park in the winter wearing your hat. So keep it very parent-minded, and that's going to help you nail down your ideal customer and speak to her directly, which will lead to more sales, and it will lead to your business being more successful, you being a more happy business owner because you're not so stressed, all these good things. And we will talk about ideal customers more in the masterclass next week. So I hope you are registered for that. Thank you, Lila, for your question. I hope that was helpful and can give you some direction. Next up, we have Emily. Oh, we are past the 12 o'clock mark, by the way. We're at 12:07. So we're going to go for a little bit longer. I'm going to try to knock out some of these questions as fast as I can. But Emily says, what are your top 3 tips for starting an Etsy and making sales? Thank you so much. Love your lives. Emily, my first tip would be to watch the free Etsy series on my YouTube. That's going to help you get set up. That's going to show you where you can get 40 free listings, things like that. My next tip is going to be keywords. You want to do keyword research. So if you search the internet for Etsy, SEO, search engine optimization, and spend hours and hours and hours researching that, you will be golden. Or you can join Crochet Boss Academy and I will do it for you. But if you want to do it on your own, that's what you're going to want to search. Etsy, SEO. Make sure the person you are getting information from knows what they're doing. Go check their Etsy shop. Make sure that they are living the life that you aspire to have, because you do not want to get information from somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, right? So try to vet your mentors before you dive in and do all the things that they say to do. That's going to be really, really important too, is Etsy SEO. You're also going to want to make sure you fill out all the things in your Etsy shop. If Etsy has a space for you to fill it out, you need to fill it out. We will talk about that inside of Crochet Boss Academy, but there's also something about that in the masterclass as well. So I hope you will join me for the masterclass next week, because I will give you a resource to help you make sure you fill up all the things in your Etsy shop. In Crochet Boss Academy, I will show you how to do it well. In the masterclass, I will show you what you need to do. Okay, there's a difference. If you wanted to go deeper, Crochet Boss Academy would be the course for you. But if you want to do it on your own, here's the direction you can take. So watch the YouTube series, the free YouTube series, if you haven't already. Do keyword research via search engine optimization research. And what did I just say was the third one? What did I just say? I just said it. Sierra, what did I just say? Hang on just a second. Etsy series, search engine optimization. What was that? Fill out all the things.
Fill out all the things. Okay, fill out all the things. And my last tip would be your photos. You definitely need high quality, well lit, clear photos to help you stop the scroll when people are searching on Etsy. Thank you for your question, Emily. I hope that was helpful, and I hope to see you at the masterclass because you will benefit from it. How can I use YouTube to promote my crochet business? I'm a maker. What would it just be? Shorts? You definitely want to be using shorts. Like if that's all that you did was use shorts, go for it. You can just repurpose your Instagram reels or your TikToks as YouTube shorts, and just to have something else, just to get your stuff in front of more eyes, right? So that would be the easiest thing that you could do is just shorts. Are you a designer, Hillary, or a finished piece seller? If you're a designer, you can be doing crochet patterns. You can be doing yarn reviews, hook reviews, other product reviews. You can do roundup style videos where you say 15 crochet bunny patterns that I think are so cute for Easter. Those are the types of things that you can do. If you're a finished piece seller, you could do all kinds of different stuff. You could show people how to clean your products. You should show people, if you sell baskets, you could do a video that says 10 ways to decorate your homes with baskets, or how to decorate your home in the fall with baskets, how to decorate your home for Christmas time with baskets. You can show people how to use five fun Christmas decorations for your home this holiday season, and show them 5 different things from your shop that they can use to decorate their homes for Christmas. Talk about how to store your products, how to wear your products, how to clean your products, all the things. You can make video tutorials about that. You could also do like day in the life type things where you show like little snippets of you working all day long, or chasing your kids and then working and then cooking dinner and then working, things like that. Set it to some fun music, give some little information as you go so people can get to know you a little bit better. You can think of YouTube as a little bit like, you can do short form video like through shorts, but you can also do long form video. So if you make something on Instagram or as a short that you could expand on, turn it into a long form video on actual YouTube. Thanks, Hillary, for your question. I hope that was helpful. This says, Margarita asked, as in platforms to use, would you say the order to do 1, a blog, 2, an Etsy, 3, social media? So Margarita, it depends on who your ideal customer is. It depends on what you sell. Are you do you sell finished pieces, or are you a designer that sells crochet patterns? It also depends on you as a person. You can't do all of the things. You need to look at your why you want to have a successful business, and then choose a path that is in line with that. Because if your why is to spend more time with your family, you do not want to choose a path that's going to keep you away from your family. That's the opposite of what you want. So this answer is going to be different for every single person. You're going to have to look very inward and figure out what's the best for your business. Try to imagine like 5 years. What would be the best case scenario for you in 5 years? How do you want to make your money? How do you want to serve your people? And who do you want to serve? Because the who is going to help you decide the how. Because if you're going to serve Gen Z kids, you're going to need to be on Snapchat, right? I don't even have Snapchat. I used it a little bit when Ava was a baby so she could play with the filters. And that was it. Like, I don't have any idea how to use. I never got it. I never got Snapchat. I'm a millennial. I'm an elder millennial. We don't Snapchat. If your ideal customer is elder millennials, Instagram and TikTok is where you're going to need to be. If your ideal customer is Gen X or boomers, Facebook is where you're going to need to be. So you need to know who your people are and how you want to serve them. The most important thing you want to do, no matter which business you are in, no matter who your ideal customer is, no matter what your why is have an email list. I wish I could zoom in on my face. I would say have an email list. That's the most important thing you can do. If you do not have an email list, you need an email list today. If you join Crochet Boss Academy, I will show you how to do that step by step with pictures and tips and all of the things. I will show you exactly how to do it. If you need to learn it on your own, I would suggest looking into MailChimp. I have a three-part email series on my YouTube channel here, 3 or 4. I can't remember. And we talk about it. I talk about the importance of having an email list, and then how to get people on your, like all these things. Okay. So you definitely want to check that out. It's free. But then if you want to dive in deeper and do it really, really well and get all the best information you can possibly have, I would suggest you to look into Crochet Boss Academy, because that is one of the biggest focuses inside of Crochet Boss Academy, because it is the most important thing I believe that anyone can do for their business, almost any type of business in the world. The only thing that I could think of that would not benefit from having an email list would be like a factory. My husband works at a factory. He's an engineer for a local forklift. They build forklifts. it would not benefit them to have an email list. The only people they serve are people who buy forklifts. And it's not like, it's business to business, but it's not like me to you. Like I'm a business teaching you business. It's not like that. It's like very, very different. So I think maybe they could get away with not having an email list. But other than that, if you're a brick and mortar, if you're a hairstylist, if you are a nail artist, if you are an actual artist and you paint murals all over town, you need an email list, hands down. If you sell handmade things, you need an Etsy shop or some sort of online shopping space. And we will go over this step by step in the masterclass next week for free, the free masterclass. I will talk about all of this and you can come join me over there. I've got 3 more, you guys, and I'm going to try to pound them out as fast as I can. Heather said, should you use more than 1 picture for your Etsy listing? Heather, you have 10 open pictures. You should use all 10. You should also post a video. You want to use all 10 very strategically. You do not want to post the same picture and over again. That's just annoying. And then you're going to go ahead and annoy your customer. And then in the back of their mind, they're going to already be frustrated. Even if they don't feel it in the front of their mind, in the back of their mind, they're going to be frustrated because they're spending their valuable time clicking through pictures and they're just seeing the same thing over and over again. That's not helpful. You're going to take them off and they're not going to shop with you. They won't know why that they're not shopping with you, but they're not going to shop with you. So you get 10 images. You want all 10 images to be used very strategically and intentionally to serve your ideal customer so they will want to buy your thing. We talk about that inside of Crochet Boss Academy, very, very detailed with examples and tips. Two more. How do you pick a specific color scheme for your niche? You need to think of your ideal customer, Kim, and what she likes, and then choose your color palette from there. I would say 8 to 10 colors is good. We talk about this inside of Crochet Boss Academy. It's in the branding module, which is module 2, but you want to choose a color palette that matches her aesthetic for whatever it is you're selling. If you sell home decor, what is her home decorated in? What type of homes would your decor look pretty in? Is it going to be eclectic homes? Is it going to be farmhouse homes, industrial homes, mid-century homes, bohemian homes? What do you sell, and what types of homes would that be pretty in? And then you're going to research those types of homes, modern homes, and then you're going to try to pull similar colors that you see repeatedly when you're doing that research. Get you about 8 to 10 for your finished piece items, and you're only going to want about like 2, 3, or 4 for your actual brand, like for your logo and like the types of clothes that you wear, things like that. Thank you, Kim, for your question. Please join me for the masterclass because we might talk about, I don't remember, but we might talk about that a little bit more. Then we have Dwayna. Hey, girl. Hey. Will the masterclass be added to the Crochet Boss Academy dashboard? No, it will not, Dwayna. It is very limited time. It is just for these few dates that I have, and then it will go into the Crafty Concept Vault, and it will not come back until next year. Vault. So if you want to see the masterclass, you're going to need to register. And even if you can't join the live, you can watch the replay, but you have to register or you will not have access to it. Then we have one more from Kim, and she asks, how much does Crochet Boss Academy cost? This year, Kim, Crochet Boss Academy is going to be $365. There is a payment option where you can split it into 2 payments. I talk about this in the masterclass as well. I go over it in a lot of detail, but you can split it up into 2 payments if that's easier for you. $365 is the total. It goes up every year. This year, it should be more than $365 because I have been working my actual butt off for the last 3 months to make everything so perfect. I'm not kidding you guys. There's a whole situation happening, okay? I've been sitting in this chair. I might as well have been duct taped to this chair for the last 3.5, maybe even 4 months. I don't spend time with my family. I don't crochet for fun. I don't go outside. I sit in this chair and I perfect everything to the best of my ability. I get it triple checked by experts who are very good at doing the things that they do that I'm not very good at. I send it to them. They quadruple check it and then they send it back to me. And then I just make it all so good, right? I can't even tell you. Let me show you. Let me show you something. Excuse my pajamas. This is Crochet Boss Academy class of 2023. This is Crochet Boss Academy. This is what's in here. It's over 1,000 pages of all the things that we've been doing here. And I have
perfected everything. You got the module, you got the worksheets for all 6 modules. And I have been just piling over this. My sales page is brand new. It's got a complete facelift. It's gorgeous. I love it. I'm so happy with it. I designed it all, and then I got it edited by an expert. We have been working so dang hard, so it definitely will go up next year. 365 is not high enough for all of the work that I've been putting into it recently. So next year, it's going to have a pretty big jump to accommodate for all of this hard work that I put into this. This itself, making the PDF version of each module, is insane. Next year, this might not be included in the price. Next year, you might have to pay for this extra. I can't even tell you how many hours it's taken me to do this. And you'd think it would be simple, just copy and paste. No, the formatting gets wonky. Anytime I have to add something, I have to fix it inside of the course, and then I have to fix it inside of the PDF, and then I have to fix it inside of the worksheet, and then I have to re-upload everything again. It's an absolute nightmare. So next year, it will be higher, significantly higher, okay? This is the last year Crochet Boss Academy will ever be this price again, $365. It goes up every year. Next year, it's going to be a pretty big jump. Last year, it was $350, so we went up $15. Next year, it's going to be more than $15. You can go ahead and take that to the bank, because I have been working my actual butt off, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I'm so glad that we are almost here, and I can show you all the things that I've been doing. I cannot wait. It is going to be my absolute pleasure to go through this content with you guys. It is going to be an absolute blast. Everything is so much better. If you are already inside of Crochet Boss Academy, please go through the modules again, because they're beautiful. We have edited every single one of them. Not one stone has been left unturned. So if you are already in Crochet Boss Academy, go look through the modules again. When they disappear, don't panic, because in preparation for the new class, I have to set them all to drop each week like we did last time, remember? So when your modules disappear, don't panic. All is well. They will be back. It's just going to take 6 weeks for them to drop, and then they'll be there for the rest of the year. But you have a couple days to go watch them before they disappear, and then they will be back, I promise. So don't panic. Okay. We have one more question. Okay, this one says, how long will the replay be available? Very, very limited time, Nikki. I'm not sure. I know that if you watch the replay from the March webinar, the March masterclass, March 2nd, you're going to have like less than 24 hours. That's why I suggest that at the beginning of this video, if you are planning on watching the replay, to sign up for one of the classes on the 27th, because then you will be able to watch it like 28, 29, probably like 2 days, maybe 3. It's going to be limited by design. That's by design. So it's not going to be forever. It's not going to be for a long time. It's going to be very limited, and then it will disappear, but you will have access to it. Kim, you can join Crochet Boss Academy on February 27th. You can join on February 27th. Okay, guys. Oh, my goodness. What a fun class. I hope you guys like this new setup here with me being a little bit further from the computer and a little bit further from my mic, even though I keep leaning into it because I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I hope it wasn't too loud and that you were able to just turn down your volume. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it more than you know. This is my favorite time of the week, is when I get to hang out with you guys for Ask Ashley's. They're so fun for me. And inside of Crochet Boss Academy, we have 4 of these a week. 4 lives every week inside of Crochet Boss Academy. And I'm still going to be doing the Ask Ashley's for everybody else. So I will be doing 5 lives per week for 6 weeks when we go through the Crochet Boss Academy content together. I'm pumped. Lives are my favorite. I cannot wait to spend time with you guys. If you have any more questions about the masterclass or Crochet Boss Academy, please email me to Ashley@ACraftyConcept. I will answer every single one of them. Also, when the doors open on the 27th, from the 27th through the 3rd, it's Monday through Friday, there's 5 days, there will be an option for you to ask your questions via a chat box on crochetbossacademy.com, where you can get immediate response from me or one of the team here, somebody on the team. So keep that in mind. If you've got questions during cart open week, there will be a chat box feature available for you on crochetbossacademy.com. Okay, that is everything. I will see you guys. If you are not registered for the masterclass, you can go to acraftyconcept.com/register, and you can sign up for the date that is best suited for your schedule. Please just sign up for one. If you sign up for multiple, you will get a bazillion emails, and then you will hate me for it. You will think that I am the worst and I am just overloading your email. It's not
It's not that. If you just sign up for one, you're golden. If you sign up for multiple, you will get too many emails and you will be mad at me. So please don't do that. I don't want anybody to be mad at me. I'm a 7 on the Enneagram. We do not like for people to be mad at us. So you can go to acraftyconcept.com/register to sign up for the masterclass. Choose the time that best suits your schedule, or be able to watch the replay. If you're planning on watching the replay, mark it down in your calendar. Watch the replay this night. You will have access to the replay on the 28th if you sign up for the 27th, okay? And there was one more thing I wanted to say about the masterclass. I don't remember. Anyway, please email me your questions. I will answer every single one of them until my fingers fall off. I'm not even kidding. I will answer them all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you learned something. I hope you're excited for the masterclass, and I hope you are excited for Crochet Boss Academy, because I absolutely am. Have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you next time for, we have to give you the March Ask Ashleys. The March Ask Ashleys are going to be, I think they're going to be, Sierra, do you have that or no? I've already got a couple of them scheduled on Instagram. It was March, I think it's, I don't want to give you the wrong date. And then it be not correct. Okay. I'm going to have to go get my calendar. You guys have to know this. This is information that you need to know. So let me look. Today is our last February live for Ask Ashley. And then March's Ask Ashleys are still on Thursdays at 10 a.m. instead of 11:30 a.m. So next month, March, every Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they're going to be a little bit sooner in the day. And I will also be doing Crochet Boss Academy lives on that day as well. So that's when I'll be doubling up for 6 weeks. So all of March and all of April are going to be Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can go ahead and write that down in your planner on all of those days so you do not forget them. Even write them down on the days before. I do that. I'll write it down because I got one right here that says masterclass is tomorrow. That's what I put on the 26th because the masterclass is on the 27th. So go ahead and write them down in your planners or on your Google Calendar so you don't forget. And I will be putting them on YouTube, so you can click that little notify me button and have them saved so you will get notified whenever they are about to go live. Okay, that is it this time. I promise I'm gone. Have a great, great, great day. I will see you later.